So you're thinking about moving to Lakewood Ranch, but what if I told you you may just hate Lakewood Ranch? I know, everyone talks about this beautiful master plan community, but it's not all sunshine, manicured lawns, and perfect amenities. No, there's a few reasons why you may just hate Lakewood Ranch, and we're going to talk about them today. But first, if we have not met yet, I'm Lisa McBride with Sarasota Neighborhood Experts, and my team and I love helping so many of you buy, sell, and invest in the area. So if we can be of any help, give me a call today, shoot me a message, and leave comments below. So let's dive right in to why you may hate Lakewood Ranch. First of all, the cost to live in paradise is definitely going to be higher than you might imagine. So if you're looking for a budget-friendly community in Florida, Lakewood Ranch will not be for you. So the median price in Lakewood Ranch currently is over $775,000. And that's the median price. So as you can imagine, the average price is much higher than that. Also, in Lakewood Ranch, almost everyone is paying a CDD fee. And CDD fee stands for a community development district, or an additional tax or bond that was put in place for the infrastructure. So what that means for you is your taxes are going to be a little higher than other places in Florida, specifically higher than in Sarasota or Bradenton. So most people CDD fee is between $1,600 and $2,500 a year, depending on the size of your home and the community that you're living in. Also, every neighborhood is going to have an HOA of some sort. So the original neighborhoods out in Lakewood Ranch, such as Summerfield, Greenbrook, Riverwalk, their HOA fees will be minimal compared to some of these brand new neighborhoods that include on-site restaurants and resort amenities with their large pools, or workout facilities, and pickleball and tennis courts. So you can see that it's not just the price of the home, but you're also paying more in taxes, you're paying more in HOA fees. So Lakewood Ranch is not cheap, and it is not for everyone. The next thing that people complain about is our growth. Lakewood Ranch is growing quickly, which means lots of construction around you. Sometimes when you're building in neighborhoods, you're surrounded by construction, people working in yards, dust flying everywhere. So construction is nonstop, and not everyone loves that we're always in a construction zone when you're living in Lakewood Ranch. And some people just don't like growth. So remember, if you're not looking to live in a place that's being built up and you want a little bit more establishment, Lakewood Ranch probably isn't for you. The next thing on our list of reasons why people don't always love Lakewood Ranch is because when you're moving to the Florida Gulf Coast, sometimes the appeal of the beach and water are very, very strong. And if you're looking on a map, it might appear that Lakewood Ranch is very close to the coastline, but it is not. Depending on which community you're living in, to get to the beaches of Siesta Key, Lido Key, or even Anna Marie Island, you're looking at 30 to 45 minute drive, and that's if there's no traffic. So Lakewood Ranch is a little bit further inland, and not everyone likes that. However, I will say that there are people that are moving inland and getting off the coastline after the past hurricanes, as the fear, the cost of insurance, and not having to have flood insurance are really playing a big factor in everyone's decision making when buying homes. So earlier I mentioned HOA and HOA fees, but also along with HOAs are restrictions and rules, and not everyone loves all the rules and restrictions. For instance, you may not be able to put a fence in your backyard, or you're going to be limited to the fencing that you can have. You're not going to be able to paint your home different color than what is standard in the neighborhood. And although that may be a good thing, for some, when every home looks exactly the same, they're like, I'm tired of that. I want a little bit of variety. Also, if you want to add a little landscaping to your yard, you might have to go through architectural control. So HOAs can be good and bad, and all neighborhoods in Lakewood Ranch are going to have HOA rules and restrictions. And if you're living in one of our 55 plus communities, such as the Del Webb or Crestwood, you're going to have even more rules. So if rules are something that you don't want to have to abide to everywhere you turn, Lakewood Ranch may not be for you. So the next thing on our list is going to be that Lakewood Ranch is probably lacking a little in late night life. So if you like clubs, late night entertaining, you want a little bit more than just a restaurant to go have a meal at, Lakewood Ranch is probably lacking a little bit. We have lots of activities in Sarasota and surrounding areas. However, in Lakewood Ranch, I would say things close much earlier than other parts of our area. So if you're looking for a little bit more vibrant nightlife, you probably have to drive to St. Pete, Tampa, or even Sarasota to experience things that are happening past 9 o'clock at night. Also on the Florida Gulf Coast, we are known as the Cultural Coast, with lots of theaters such as the Van Wezel, Oslo Performing Arts Opera House. Well, these are all located closer to downtown Sarasota and a little ways or a little drive from Lakewood Ranch. So currently, Lakewood Ranch does not have theater or culture performances that you will find in other parts of this area. Just like I was saying, the nightlife is really non-existent in Lakewood Ranch. So are theaters and live performances. So those are another reasons why some people really don't like living in Lakewood Ranch. The last item on our list of why you may not like Lakewood Ranch, well, from November to April, we see an influx of snowbirds, tourists, empty nesters flocking to Florida, and our traffic really picks up. You have to have reservations at any restaurant. Otherwise, you're going to be waiting an hour just for a table. And there's just so much more activity, whether that's on the golf course, on the pickleball courts, if you're biking, jogging, roadways, and traffic just get a little bit more congested during the winter months when all of our snowbirds and visitors are here. So as you can see, although Lakewood Ranch has wonderful schools, beautiful amenities, it's not going to be for everyone. So if you have questions about Lakewood Ranch and why so many people are moving here, give me a call today. I'd love to talk to you about it. But I'd also love to hear your comments. What are your thoughts on Lakewood Ranch? Are you currently living in Lakewood Ranch and love it or hate it? Have you moved here and then decided it wasn't for you? I'm sure all the viewers would love to hear your feedback. So as always, I really appreciate you watching. Keep watching, and until next time, take care.